Karma, that mysterious force that ensures what goes around truly comes around. We've all heard of it, but sometimes it's difficult to believe until it hits in the most dramatic and satisfying ways. Whether it's justice served on a silver platter, a moment of poetic irony, or a wild twist of fate, karma has a way of balancing out the scales, often in the most unexpected ways. Today, we've got some of the craziest real-life karma stories that'll make you say, "This can't be real." From the most intense twists to jaw-dropping moments, these stories will keep you on the edge of your seat. Buckle up, because we're about to dive into some truly unbelievable tales. Story 1. The woman who stole a puppy and got the puppy back in a crazy way. We begin with an unbelievable story about a woman who stole a puppy from a pet store. She'd been eyeing this adorable little puppy for weeks, visiting the store often and growing more obsessed with it every time. One day, the shopkeeper left the store for just a moment, and the woman seized the opportunity. With a quick look around, she snatched up the puppy and rushed out the door. She thought she'd gotten away with it, until the universe had other plans. Months later, the woman was out at a local park when she was attacked by a wild dog. The woman screamed in terror, but she was completely defenseless. And then, out of nowhere, a dog appeared from the crowd. It was the very puppy she had stolen. Now grown up and much stronger, the dog sprinted across the park, charging towards the wild animal, barking ferociously. The wild dog backed off, but the woman's ordeal wasn't over. The puppy, now fiercely protective of its original owner, attacked her, knocking her to the ground. When the police arrived, the puppy's owner, who had been searching for it all along, immediately recognized her dog. Not only did the puppy defend the woman's rightful owner, but it also served up a healthy dose of karma by making sure the thief got a taste of her own medicine. The woman was arrested, and the puppy was returned to the girl it had been stolen from. Karma came full circle in the most poetic way possible. Story 2. The CEO who scammed employees and lost it all in one day. Next up, we've got a story about a greedy CEO who thought he could get away with scamming his employees. For years, he underpaid his workers and withheld benefits while living a lavish lifestyle, boasting about his wealth and success. He convinced everyone he was a genius businessman. But karma doesn't forget. At a huge company event, the CEO stood up, proudly bragging about how he had built his fortune from the ground up. He mocked those who had ever doubted him and claimed his employees were lucky to be working for him. At that very moment, a massive financial scandal broke out. His top investor had uncovered a series of illegal dealings, and the entire company was involved in fraudulent activity. By the end of the night, his empire crumbled. The stock price plummeted, the board fired him, and he was arrested for embezzlement. But here's the kicker. His employees, who had been wronged for so long, ended up receiving compensation. They were given their long-overdue bonuses and benefits in a settlement. Karma not only made sure this man lost everything he had worked for, but also made sure his employees received what they deserved. Story 3. The thief who stole a car and ended up with a car crash and a stolen dog. This story will leave you speechless. A man decided to steal a car from a neighbor's driveway, thinking he could make a quick getaway. What he didn't know was that the car was equipped with a GPS tracker. The car's owner immediately tracked him down and followed from a distance. But, as if things weren't crazy enough, the man got into a high-speed chase with the police. In his attempt to flee, he crashed the car, injuring himself in the process. Here, yes, where karma really shows its face. In the back seat of the car was a dog, belonging to the car's owner. The dog had been quietly sitting there during the whole ordeal. But when the crash happened, the dog sprang to life, running straight to the car's owner. The thief, now injured and dazed, found himself surrounded by officers. The dog, now reunited with its original owner, didn't stop there. It barked and wagged its tail, rubbing against the owner's leg, making sure everyone knew that this wasn't just a stolen car, it was a stolen dog too. The thief was arrested, the car was returned, and the dog was finally home. Karma didn't just come for him. It made sure the entire event unfolded in the most dramatic way possible. Story 4. The Shady Broker Who Went Bankrupt from His Own Scam. Here's a story that sounds like it was taken straight from a movie. A shady real estate broker had spent years scamming people by promising fake properties and funneling money into his own pocket. He told his clients they were getting great deals, while secretly pocketing their investments. He thought he was untouchable, until the day karma came for him. After years of deceit, he was finally exposed. A rival broker uncovered all of his shady dealings and reported him to the authorities. The very company that the man had worked so hard to build up was now completely dismantled. He was arrested for fraud, and to make things even worse, the broker who had exposed him bought up all of his properties at a bargain price. The man lost everything. His company, his reputation, and his wealth, all gone. And his rival, the one he had tried to outsmart, walked away with the entire fortune. Karma doesn't just catch you, it makes sure you lose it all. Story 5. The Cheater Who Got Caught in the Most Embarrassing Way. A man had been cheating on his wife for months, sneaking around behind her back. He thought he had everything under control, until karma decided to turn his world upside down. One day, the man went out to dinner with his mistress only to discover, much to his surprise, that his wife was at the same restaurant. She had been dining with her friends, completely unaware of the man's affair. When the man and his mistress walked in, the wife noticed them immediately. She calmly walked over to their table, placed a gift box in front of the man, and said, "Happy anniversary, darling. I'm so glad you were spending time with someone who means so much to you." The entire restaurant went silent. The wife then turned and walked away, but not before giving her husband a piece of her mind. The man was left sitting there in shock. His mistress, equally embarrassed, stood up and walked away. The man tried to salvage the situation, but karma had already done its work. The wife ended up divorcing him, and the man lost not only his marriage but his reputation, as the entire incident went viral. Karma's revenge was swift, public, and absolutely humiliating. Story 6. The Man Who Foolishly Scammed His Friends and Lost Everything. A man decided to scam his friends by convincing them to invest in a too-good-to-be-true business idea. He promised them massive returns, only to secretly pocket their money. His friends trusted him completely, but little did they know that karma was just around the corner. A few months later, the man found himself at a party with those same friends, trying to smooth things over and make amends. But the friends weren't having it. They called him out, and in front of everyone, one of them revealed that the business idea had been a scam from the beginning. Karma didn't stop there. The man was ostracized, his reputation destroyed, and he ended up losing his job. Worse yet, the local authorities began investigating his actions, and he was eventually charged for fraud. His so-called friends turned their backs on him, and the man was left alone with nothing. Karma caught up with him in the most brutal way imaginable. Story 7. The Man Who Tried to Cheat at Poker and Lost Everything. This one's a doozy. A man was notorious for cheating at poker games, using marked cards and other tricks to win big money. He thought he was the best at it, but karma had other plans. In the middle of a high-stakes game, he tried to cheat once again, but this time the dealer wasn't having it. The dealer had been trained to spot cheating and immediately caught the man red-handed. The dealer called him out in front of the entire table, and as the game came to an end, the man was banned from the casino. His name was dragged through the mud, and soon after a video of the incident went viral, showing his embarrassing defeat. He was not only banned from every casino in the area, but he also lost his job at a prestigious law firm after his colleagues saw the video. Karma caught up with him, and it didn't just strip him of his money, it destroyed his entire career and reputation. These stories prove that karma isn't just some abstract concept, it's very real, and it always finds a way to balance the scales. Whether it's a thief getting exactly what they deserve, or a dishonest CEO losing everything, Karma knows how to deliver the most satisfying twists. If you've ever witnessed karma in action or have your own story to share, we want to hear it. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible tales of cosmic justice.